This Christmas, have a safe and happy holiday.
Switchback. Good morning, Saskatchewan, and welcome to Switchback, live and in color almost, in Regina, Saskatchewan. This is Switchback edition number 99. I certainly hope your Christmas was great. The chicken and I had a wonderful time. We enjoyed ourselves immensely. Now, this is our final show of 1986, and before I move any further along, I want to thank the Shamrock Girl Guides who gave me this delightful little tray of goodies. Thank you very much to you folks over there. We really appreciated you bringing this in. Unfortunately, it's late for Christmas. It's extremely late for Christmas, but I appreciate the thought just the same. Well, as I mentioned, this is our final show for 1986, and we've got a lot of reminiscing to do. But before we look back on the year, let's look ahead at what's on today's show. Back ahead. That's great. There's a lot of change in others of mine when all I see is the hiring time. If your little brother bought you socks for Christmas, don't worry. According to Bruce Hornsby, that's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. Some things will never change. Max and 99 continue to fight evil aboard the ship of spies.
And you're all out of wheelchairs. Well, what else have you got up your sleeve, Picardo? I had to ask.
And we plan to give your eyeballs a workout with this well-sung Wang Chung song. Try to say that New Year's morning. Hit the B-square! And to finish up the year, a real close-up look at Huey Lewis with Hip to Be Square. This is our final show of 1986, and so we're going to look back at a couple of our highlights, the things that we thought were pretty good this year. We call them Switch Flashbacks. We've got about 5 of those, and they'll be happening a little bit later on. Now, because this is the last show of 1986, that means next week is going to be the first show of 1987. And we have a very special guest who will be here a little bit later on to talk about our show next week and all the shows in 1987. I'm really looking forward to him. He's a good-looking guy, too. Plus, today, the day we've all been waiting for. Yes, Saskatchewan, today is the day we go on an exclusive tour of the Boiler Room. Oh, the crowd loves it. Yes, a tour of the CBC Boiler Room. It's not the kind of thing that everyone gets to do, and we're going to have a live look down there in the Boiler Room. It's a feature that, well, I've been waiting for months to see. And fortunately, we have that for you today, and a good friend of mine will take us on that tour as well. Okay, this is our final show of 1986, and a guy who sort of made a name for himself in 1986 is a fellow by the name of Bruce Hornsby. Now, Bruce was born in Virginia and was sort of befriended by Huey Lewis. Huey took him under his wing and helped him with the songs, helped him with his album, and it's not actually that uncommon for big stars to find little stars and help them with their career. According to Bruce Hornsby in The Range, that's just the way it is.
vapor action working, helping to clear your nose, soothe your throat, calm your cough. So wherever you feel vapor action, you feel better. Hall's Mentholyptus with vapor action. Wherever you feel you're cold, you'll feel it working.
50-minute photo in the Golden Mile Center would like to announce the grand opening of our new location in the heart of downtown. Now, for the first time, you can get jumbo 4x6 prints downtown in under 1 hour. And you won't have to wait weeks for enlargements either. We do them overnight, and we make passport photos while you wait. We also carry a wide selection of autofocus cameras, Fujifilm, and photo accessories. 50-minute photo, now with 2 locations, in the Golden Mile Center and on 11th Avenue between the Eaton and Scarth Street entrances of the Cornwall Center.
Put on a warm glow this Christmas with beautiful jewels at irresistible prices. Peter Heinrichs has made a special purchase, and he's passing the savings on to you. This beautiful engagement ring was $13.95, now only $9.99. The matching wedding band was $6.75, now just $4.99. This set of elegant wedding rings, regular $250 each, now only $169. While you're at Heinrichs, don't forget the $10,000 diamond giveaway. Bright, shining moments from Heinrichs Jewelry and the Gem Center.
Good morning. For those of you who may not be aware of it, today is sort of a national holiday. No, it's not Christmas Day. No, it's not Easter. No, it's not even Lick a Frost Fence Day. Today, February 2nd, is Groundhog Day. According to legend, the groundhog, or woodchuck as it is more commonly known, awakens from hibernation, pops his head out of his home, and looks for his shadow. Now, if he sees a shadow, that means 6 more weeks of winter. If he sees no shadow, that means spring is on the way. I thought we'd just take a couple of minutes here and chat with our furry friend on this, his special day. Hello, Mr. Hog, are you in there? Mr. Hog. Probably still sleeping. Yo, Big G, are you in there? Wake up! No, obviously there's some sort of a problem. These stars, you know, you give them a national holiday and all of a sudden now okay, kind of a feisty little guy down there, are you? Well, I'm sorry, like millions of people are waiting for you. I think you should make an appearance at least. Oh, don't you hate working with these prima donnas? Come on out of there, buddy. Yo, come on out of there. Oh, I can feel it shaking. I think it's working. He's gonna pop out. Ah! Why, you no good. Well, at least you can pop out of there and show yourself. Oh, not you again. Everywhere I go, here comes the chicken. Cut it out, buddy. There's supposed to be a groundhog in there. I can't believe you're always doing this to me. Everywhere I go, always trying to steal the limelight. Well, I'm not very impressed with this kind of thing anymore. Me, snow right up my nose, and you here being a chicken. Ah, yes, one of our fond memories of Switchback 1986. That was show number 67. It was February the 2nd, 1986. Of course, February 2nd, famous because that's Groundhog Day. And I still think there should be a national holiday. Special thanks to Punxsutawney Phil, the groundhog, who was our special guest on that day. Now, of course, the thing that I like most about this time of year is Christmas is done. It was 3 days ago, but you get all those Christmas leftovers. Like the big turkey here. I'm still chopping away at it. I'm making myself a turkey sandwich here. I hope you don't mind. I've had about 50 billion turkey sandwiches in the last couple of days, and that's okay. Plus, we get to take down thousands and thousands of Christmas cards. Thanks again to everybody who sent in all the cards. I'm going to continue to clean up from Christmas here all morning long, I'm afraid. You know what that means, ladies and gentlemen. That means it's time for me to announce the Boiler Room Tour. Now, today is the day that the Boiler Room Tour is going to happen, and it gives me great pleasure to introduce our tour guide for the morning, Bill Wright. Thank you very much. Good morning, Bill. Good morning, Bill. What can you tell us about the excitement that you feel now just before you start on the Boiler Room Tour? Well, let me tell you, my hands are shaking. I'm pretty nervous, I guess, but it's a very exciting thing, something I've waited for and you've waited for. Hopefully everybody's going to like it, but that'll be 10 minutes. Tell us about Get Smart today. Okay, I'll do that right now. Before we get to that Boiler Room Tour, we're going to check out Get Smart. Now, this is the third part of a 4-part Get Smart series. It's called Ship of Spies, and this week Max takes on a flamenco dancer who sends coded messages with her castanets. Plus, he has to deal with a crippled Portuguese polo player. who is neither crippled, Portuguese, nor a polo player. Bill and I will watch this. You watch it too. It's Get Smart, Ship of Spies. You are about to witness a sports spectacular as you have never seen before. Me, Bill the Blue Streak Wright, has challenged world champion Gaetan Boucher. You don't know what you're up against, buddy. All right, you ready for the race?
Yeah.
All right, on the count of 3, we're going to boogie.
All right.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Yes, another Switchback Flashback. That was from show number 73, March the 16th, 1986. My special guest that day was Gaetan Boucher. I still really don't think he can skate all that well. And if he can he, like, play hockey or ringette? So what kind of an athlete is he? Actually, he's a great athlete, and he was one of my favorite guests as we continue to look back at 1986, this being our final show of the year. Leftovers. Working on my 4th turkey of the day and cleaning up still from Christmas, I am reminded by that wonderful noise that it is time to commence with the boiler room tour. We've put this thing off long enough. Now, my friend Bill Wright is standing by to begin that boiler room tour, and in fact, there he is. Bill, what can you tell us about the boiler room tour out there? Hello. Well, Saskatchewan, this is the moment we've all been waiting for. Yes, this is the beginning of the Switchback tour of the CBC boiler room. I know I'm very excited. Hopefully you are too. First thing, I'll get the elevator down. Now, the interesting thing is we're going to begin here on the 2nd floor. It's actually ground level, but it's called the 2nd floor. Above us, the 3rd floor. Beneath us, the 1st floor. But the boiler room is actually in the basement of the building, not just on the 1st floor. Our elevator's here, so if you come on with me, we'll begin our tour right here in the CBC elevator. Now, it's interesting to note, of course, that downstairs in the boiler room area, it is a restricted area, so of course I'll have to have my safety hat on. And if you also look here on the buttons on the elevator, we have a 3rd floor, a 2nd floor, and a 1st floor, but no basement. You need the secret key to get to the boiler room, and only special people get this key. So I'll put that key in, turn it on. We're now heading for the boiler room in the basement of the building. Very few people have been down there. As I say, a restricted area, but I know you're going to really, really enjoy it because there's neat stuff down here. So come on with me as we are now, the elevator just stopped, in the basement of the CBC building. So here we are in the basement, in the boiler room. It's a huge building here at CBC, over 10,000 square meters of space. So it's a big building, so it needs a big boiler room. In fact, it's an interesting boiler room. So clean, and as a matter of fact, so clean down here you can eat off the floor. I'll save this part. Anyway, huge building, and one of the things you need when you have this big of a building, you have a lot of people working here. Those people are going to need hot water. Yes, hot water in the sinks, and all of the hot water in the building comes from this unit right here, the hot water tank. 500 gallons of hot water here, continually heated, and the water is continually circulated so that when you turn a tap on, even in the far end of the building, hot water will come out right away. You don't have to wait for that hot water to travel all the way up to the sink. So a neat idea, and provides us with plenty of hot water. Another thing that's very very hot is hot air. And we have a bit of hot air on Switchback. Most of the hot air for the building, though, comes from these two giant boilers. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, these are the boilers, the heart and soul of any boiler room tour. 9 million BTUs of heat is available from each of these two boilers. So that is a lot of heat, and this is what keeps this entire building warm. These two boilers, I particularly like these two boilers. Now, those boilers keep things hot. Down here at the end, we have giant air conditioners. These two air conditioners here work, of course, primarily in the summer, keeping the building cool. Now, these two air conditioners, together with this big green unit here, which is called a heat exchanger, together, that is over 500 tons of cooling ability. So we can heat the building there, and we can cool the building with these air conditioners, and the heat exchanger in the middle, together with the heat and the cold, makes, I guess, lukewarm air, and that's very helpful as well. Now, we have all these pumps along the side. All of these pumps pump water to various parts of the building. Both hot water and cold water goes through these pumps to all the different areas of the building. Now, as I mentioned, this is a huge building. There are 3 separate television studios, 9 different radio studios, plus all the administrative offices, a cafeteria, a galleria. It's a huge building, so it needs a lot of heat, a lot of cold, a lot of pumps, a lot of water, a lot of stuff. We're just starting our boiler room tour, but Bill, for you up there in the studio, you might be interested to know that we down here in the boiler room are sending you an air supply which is right now approximately 18 degrees Celsius. We are sending up to Studio 2 18-degree air. However, the air coming back to us, as you see here, the return air temperature is closer to 21.5 degrees Celsius. So you're heating the air up with the lights in the studio and probably with the way that you talk, Bill. So there's a lot of hot air up there in Studio 2, and we're going to maintain our boiler room position here. We've got some water softeners coming up in a little while, plus we'll look at the power system, all that a little bit later on. But Bill, I'll turn it back to you up there in the studio where it's, well, it's cooling off just a bit now, just 21.5 degrees Celsius. I hope to get back to that boiler room tour in a little while and maybe polish off another couple of leftover turkey sandwiches. One of the things we did this summer, which was a lot of fun, was follow me and make sort of a whole movie about my attempted trip to Expo. It didn't work out all that well, and as you can see in this Switchback flashback, I had kind of a rough summer trying to do things like have fun, go to Expo, life at the beach. Anyway, let's take a look at that whole movie. Here's a Switchback flashback, Bill's Vacation. Started out, I was hitchhiking just outside of town, trying to get to Expo. It's fun, you know, you always start off pretty perky when you're starting out, because you're not always impressed with the drivers, but you try to keep a good attitude and wave them on and, you know, keep a stiff upper lip and things like that. Things didn't go all that well at first, so I thought, you know, maybe I was setting my sights a little bit too high. Began walking, heading west, and I thought, yeah, that's right. Before you can walk, you should crawl. Let's start with Calgary. Didn't have a whole lot of luck. It was a brisk day, as I recall, too. So I continued to walk. Hi, Mom. It's tough on the old legs as you're a hitchhiker. So, yeah, set my sights a little closer to home. I went with Moose Jaw. I figured, what, it's only 45 miles from Regina? What's that, 65 kilometers? No problem. I knew someone would give me a ride. Someday soon, undaunted, I decided to just go home. Please, please give me a ride home. Not much happened. I maintained a good attitude, however, and decided, what the heck, who needs Expo? I can have fun right here on a sunny Saskatchewan beach, playing in the sand, watching the waves lick at the shoreline. Unfortunately, the Saskatchewan summer was not all cracked up to be. Spent most of the time trying to keep warm or hanging out on the pier catching fish. I know if you're going to catch big fish, you got to have one big hook. Yow! It hurts still to this day. So I set my sights on one of the largest swimming creatures known to mankind. You have to cast really far for these things, trawl really quick. I had a good time. Actually, fishing is fun. You put on your fishing cap, you reel it in. This is what a summer vacation is all about. Patience. Lots of patience. Takes a long time, actually, to fish, but eventually, I believe on this cast, in fact, my summer vacation dream came true. I started to reel it in. We're talking about Moby Dick. This thing was, well, it wasn't all that big. But you cook it up, you know, and it's not all that bad. On an open fire, I hop out of the old campsite, ready to take on a new day. I had a great campsite, actually close to all the modern conveniences of the city. Whoa, a little bit drafty, though, in the morning. What the heck. Had a couple of spare hours, so I head off for the golf links. Tee it up. Look out. The Masters, the PGA, doesn't matter to this guy. Watch this swing. Pooh, 300 yards right down the middle. Only kidding. I'm not that good of a golfer. But I did find that the ball would land in some pretty unusual locations, and with the proper stance, the proper grip, I was able to, well, we'll have fun on Arbor Day. I visited the beach a few times on the golf course, too, as you can see. Still playing in the sand, and then decided to just putt out. I think I just putted twice here, and that was the end of a wonderful, wonderful summer vacation. Here it is. I putted right in the hole, and actually, I guess I had a bit of trouble putting this particular day, but that was my summer vacation, and it was a lot of fun. I wished people would leave me alone and go away, but they didn't do that. So, well, that was it for my summer vacation. As you can see, it wasn't all that it was cracked up to be, but it was one of our fond memories of 1986, and we'll continue to look back on 1986. We've got more from the Boiler Room Tour, more from Huey Lewis. We have Wang Chung, we have Maxwell Smart, and a special guest who will tell us about 1987. All that in 2 minutes and 2 seconds when we're back with Switchback.
Full-flavored 100% beef patty, mustard, sauce, and pickles, tucked in a bakery fresh sesame seed bun. Dairy Queen's cooking them up right now for Canada's burger lovers. Delicious, sizzling, home-style burgers, all for an incredible price. A burger for under $1.
Whoop, but they're going fast, oh, really fast. You better scoot on down while the burgers last, because at 99 cents, everybody's eating them up so fast, we're having a hard time keeping up the demand.
But we'll try.
We treat you right.
Look what we have for you in downtown Moose Jaw.
Nutter's Fruit and Nut Company, Moose Jaw's first and most complete bulk food store.
Welcome to Nutmeg Square, Moose Jaw's country store, with unique gifts for everyone.
For unique gifts by Saskatchewan craftspeople. Glass spinners, we're more than glass.
For a breath of fresh air and a store full of fresh new ideas, visit us at Watercolors Staff and Gift.
Shop in downtown Moose Jaw, where our stores say service in so many ways.
That's Entertainment has put the spotlight on Panasonic TVs featuring state-of-the-art Quintrex 2 CompuFocus Picture Tube, the ultimate in viewing pleasure. Panasonic at special low prices from That's Entertainment in the Northgate Mall.
Which night is your favorite at Granny's? Monday, pizza. Tuesday, chicken and ribs. Wednesday, steak and shrimp. Thursday, barbecue chicken. Friday, from the sea. Saturday, New York steak. Sunday, veal cordon bleu. Which night is my favorite at Granny's? All of them.
Hi, I'm Howard Thornton. On Newsday Weather, we give you the really big picture. We'll let you know if the sun is shining in BC or if the wind is blowing in Alberta. We'll cover Saskatchewan from head to toe, and we'll let you know if Manitoba is digging out again. Ontario, Quebec, and the Maritimes, too. Let's face it, it's a really big country. So, whether it's rain or sun or tons of snow, Newsday Weather is going to let you know. Hey, you guys, quit it. Come on, stop that. Whoa.
Welcome back, Saskatchewan, to our final show of 1986. We continue to reminisce from time to time at some of our more fun moments in 1986, plus look ahead to 1987 a little bit later on. Still try to tidy up some of the leftovers. I'm sure you probably are out there at home, too. Again, thanks to everybody that sent the cards and the decorations over the last couple of weeks. It meant a lot to me, and our tree looks all the better for it. Excuse me, more leftovers. These leftovers taste really good. Okay. I thought it was about time to get back to Bill in the boiler room. He has some more details for us. We'll go to Bill right now. Bill, how's it looking down there in the boiler room? Well, Bill, right now we're in the electrical panel room. There's, well, a whole panel here of electrical things. You can tell there's knobs and switches and big bright lights on here, a start button, a stop button. This controls the return fan, condenser and water pump, supply fan, humidifier. A very technical room here, and, well, there's always a lot of power in this room. This is a highly charged area. Interesting, not a lot of people understand this, but all 9 radio studios and all the radio equipment here at CBC and television is all powered by this small Energizer 9-volt battery here. We have to replace this battery fairly often, but it's amazing the power they can put in these little batteries, and I better put this in again right now. Back there in the panel. So we get our power from the batteries, and this is a very technical, very sensitive area. You can imagine here, there's, well, with all this power surging through here, you have to be very careful with what you do. Whoops. I guess I've accidentally turned off the power, Bill. If I have my flashlight here, so I'll go find us some emergency power. I know one of the rooms around here has a generator for things like that, but well, I'll continue to work on the problem here, Bill. Why don't we, yeah, let's watch that Wang Chung video. Let's everybody have some fun tonight. Let's everybody Wang Chung tonight. I'll see you in a little while. Let's see here. On, off, you have your water pump and the power feeder. There we go.
Drive a million miles to be with you tonight. So if you're feeling low, turn up your radio. The words we use are strong, they make reality. Now the music's on, well, baby, dance with me. Yeah. In the world tonight, I hope it's safe and sound. I'll hold you so close, just let yourself go down. Move it down to the ground.
can see, Bill, power is now restored down here in the boiler room, so, well, I won't be needing the flashlight anymore. This is the emergency power supply, and as the sign says, caution, this automatic unit may start at any moment. This is the backup system. If there was ever a power failure here, this 12-cylinder Caterpillar engine will kick in and within 5 seconds restore power to the entire building. It's heated to 180 degrees so that it's always warmed up, and let me tell you, a Caterpillar this big is going to be one huge butterfly in just a couple of years. That's sort of boiler room humor there. We're now going back into the main boiler room area. This is sort of the lobby of the boiler room. This is where most of the dances and functions are held, things like that. It's kind of the fun part of the boiler room area. One of the things I did not mention earlier about the water, and that is we have, of course, soft water here because, well, we like to do our laundry and have our socks and shirts smell very fresh. And this is the water softener area right here. And just like your water softener at home, it requires salt. And as you can see, we have a large pile of Sifto salts right over here to keep our softeners softening. Now, this is, as I mentioned, the main area of the boiler room. We're basically right now underneath the very middle of the building, heading, well, basically due east. These giant air ducts either bring cold air here or send hot air somewhere else. It's actually, here's a person. Hello there. This is Arnold. Hi, Arnold. Give us a wave there. How are you doing? Good. Arnold is that's the boss. That's the boss of the boiler room. Incidentally, Arnold, you're not wearing your safety hat? Normally, Arnold would be wearing his safety hat, although, you know, it's a Sunday morning, and I guess he's just kind of taking it easy. Oh, this is interesting. This is part of the famous CBC coat hanger collection on display here downstairs. If you're ever in the area, ask to see the coat hanger display. They're from all over the world. It's really an exciting part of any boiler room tour. We have various rooms here. This is actually a room at the back of one of the elevators. We have an elevator machine room right here, and then we have, just a second here. Look at this, the sprinkler room, M13. So we'll step inside here. I don't know why they call it a sprinkler room. It looks like, well, looks like it controls the sprinklers. I guess all the water comes here, the city water supply, and it goes through all these pipes and valves and things, and, well, then it supplies all the sprinklers. I assume that's why they call this the sprinkler room. We just call it M13. I've actually never been in here before, so I wasn't certain. We have sort of your boiler room sink, the kind of sink that is often used down here to clean mops. And of course, once you've cleaned your mops, they need to dry out. This is the mop drying area up here, so we like to dry out all of our mops on a rack. It's kind of neat and orderly. Of course, fire prevention system here, the hose, the tank. Very, very exciting part. Now, here's an interesting room. This is called the belt room. As you can see up on the wall, we have all types of belts. These are replacement belts that operate the various fans and machines here. Now, somebody's left this door open. We always keep the fan belts and things locked up because, you know, you leave the door open, you come back in the morning, and, well, those little belts, they'll sneak out at night. You just can't control them. Oh, here we are at the fridge. This is kind of the coffee shop, the area where the people that work in the boiler room like to hang out. As you can see, they have their Switchback decal here and a Switchback fridge magnet. Interesting what the kinds of things you find down here in the boiler room. Look at this. My old buddy the chicken, he's even got a note here for me. Excuse me, I'll just see what this says here. Bill, please fill the fridge with food. Well, as you can see, Bill, I'm going to be a little bit busy here. I have to fill up the fridge here, and we'll continue on with our tour in a little while. Look, Bill, this is going great. What else can we expect on the tour? Well, actually, Bill, coming up, I'm going to go a little bit further back. That's actually south down here in the boiler room, and we're going to look at some of the things in storage. It's very fascinating, so we'll get on with that part a little bit later on. Back up to you, Bill. Okay, thanks very much, Bill. Interesting tour continuing. This being our final show of 1986, we'll continue to look back at more flashbacks from Switchbacks when we're backs in 2 minutes.
Somebody have any change?
Pepsi, the choice of a new generation.
When you
bring your family and friends to the Hotspot restaurant, be prepared to enjoy yourself. The Hotspot menu features something for everyone, even those with the most discerning of tastes. From some of the best-tasting flavor crisp chicken to souvlaki with pita bread, the Hotspot cuisine is sure to please. You'll enjoy the nightly entertainment, the warm, friendly atmosphere, and the unique location. The Hotspot restaurant with just a little bit extra for you. The Hotspot, above the Glencairn Bowling Center, 1620 9th Avenue.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. Good tidings for Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Merry Christmas, everybody! Merry Christmas!
I am Astar, a robot. I can put my arm back on. You can't. So play safe.
Everybody, let's have some fun. You only live once, and when you're dead, you're done. Let the good time roll. Let the good times roll. Don't care if you're young or old. Get together, let the good times roll. Hey, Mr. Landlord, you close all the doors, and when the police come, tell them that the joint is closed, and let the good times roll. Let the good times roll. I don't care if you're young or old. Get together, let the good times roll.
Yes, a quick look back at Switchback in the Park. That was the Luxury Blues Band, just one of our group guests on that. Our final show, I guess, from our third season. That was Switchback number 82, May the 25th, 1986. Special thanks to Bob Evans, Cal Harley, and Jack Semple, who are, and I guess were, and will hopefully be, the Luxury Blues Band. Now, next week is the first show of 1987. It is also our 100th Switchback, our centennial edition, and we're inviting everyone who has ever been on our show. If you've ever been a guest on our couch, if we've ever interviewed you, please get a hold of us this week, because we're planning a Switchback alumni, a giant reunion of sorts, a televised party, kind of, right here in our studio to celebrate our 100th show. So if you've ever been a guest, please get a hold of us this week before we get a hold of you, and that way you can say, I told you so, or something like that. Time now to get to part 4 of our 4-part Get Smart. It started last week. It's going to finish right now. This week's episode is called Ship of Spies.
Tradition in Regina for 21 years, the Red Ox invites you and your family for lunch or dinner, serving a fine selection of meals to satisfy your selective taste. Choose one of the many Red Ox house specialties, serving satisfaction and good taste in every meal. From salad bar to seafood delight and a children's menu, the Red Ox has private meeting rooms for birthdays, anniversaries, or any special occasion. The Red Ox, Dewdney on the Louvain, a restaurant of established quality.
Front Page Challenge celebrates its 30th season on CBC television, and we'd like you to be part of it. Be part of our studio audience at the Canadian Bible College Theatre for 3 shows Saturday, January 10th. Pick up your tickets at the CBC Regina Broadcast Center Saturday, January 3rd, beginning at noon.
great rate break is on. Crestview Dodge announces incredible 0% financing. 4 sensational sellout days indoors at the Agribition Building. Get 0% financing on all 1986 cars and trucks, plus 87 Dodge Aries, Ram vans, wagons, Dakotas, and half-tons. The best price, best selection, and now the best interest rates. During the sale, drive away a Laser or LeBaron GTS, just $199 a month. The break you've been waiting for, 0% financing. Now till Wednesday only, presented by Crestview Dodge, indoors at the Agribition Building.
Welcome back, Saskatchewan, to show number 99. A happy moment because it's the end of the year, and kind of a sad moment too, I guess, because, well, this is going to be my final show as the host of Switchback. The people around here have decided, well, they've had enough of me, I guess, and, well, the truth is, I'm kind of tired out. I've done 99 shows now, and it's been a lot of fun. I certainly want to thank everybody for making me feel so welcome here at Switchback, and to all you viewers out there that have stuck with us for 99 shows, thanks very much. I am very tired, though. Don't worry. We have a new host for 1987. Please welcome the new host of Switchback, Bill Wright. Thank you very much, Bill. Thank you. Thanks, everybody. You know, it's going to be fun for me to be here, but I don't think I'll ever be able to replace you. Well, okay, thank you. I appreciate that. Probably one of the greatest television stars of all time. Now, in 1987 promises to be a huge year, but before we talk about next year, we got to finish up with the boiler room tour. Well, no, actually, I have to go home, and, well, there's some cars rusting, and I'd like to watch them. I wanted you to stay here, Bill, and help us. No, I appreciate it. No, I'm really busy. I've got to go, but good luck to you, Bill, and thanks again, everybody. I've got to go. Okay. 1986, and what would it be without our former star, Bill Wright? I was hoping he would stick around. I'm kind of a rookie at this kind of thing, but I guess well, I'm going to have to do this by myself. First of all, Mr. Shoaga, is it?
Hi, yes, Romy. Just call me Romy.
Romy, how do you do? Let's practice this. I see you and Bill always used to throw that in there, so we'll try that once. Whoa, good morning. Is that kind of neat? Can you throw a little better than that? Good morning, Saskatchewan. Ooh, sorry about that. Well, we'll work on stuff like that. But I think, should we do this now? This is going to be a confusing job. I'll pick up on it here. This is my first event, I guess. Standing by is Bill Wright, former host of Switchback, I guess, with the continuation of our boiler room tour. Bill, what have you got for us downstairs there? Bill, we're now here in the storage area of the boiler rooms, and as you can see, these are hangars, a number of hangars in storage. Now, the reason for that is these hangars are awaiting induction into the Coat Hanger Hall of Fame, which we saw earlier. Of course, it's one of the rules, all coat hangers must be out of service for at least 3 years before they're eligible to go to the Coat Hanger Hall of Fame. So good luck, guys. Hang in there. Oh, these boiler room people. Now, this is the storage area. All kinds of things are here in storage. We have some lawn chairs down here. We even, of course, you know, 3 days after Christmas, already the Christmas tree is sort of put away for the wintertime. We have here what looks probably like the world's largest cappuccino machine. Not really sure. It's some kind of a radio tube or something, but it's certainly here in storage. We have a lot of office furniture here, desks, chairs, files, all kinds of files. CBC is a big corporation. We like to keep lots of files, and all of that is here in storage. This, of course, is some of the furniture which will later be used into the big Switchback expansion project planned for the near future. It's a major project. I'll talk about that a little bit later on. Right now, we're going to go into a room actually I've never been in. I'm not really sure what it is. It sounds interesting in here. Come on inside here. Let's see here. It says here radio reverb. I'm not really sure what these things are, but I'm going to go down here and see what happens. Well, actually, Bill, these are reverb machines here. They use it in radio, and apparently it changes your voice a little bit. It reverberates back and forth. It's doing that, in fact, right now. It sounds like a lot of fun, and I think I'll just stay here and reverb for a couple of minutes, and we'll continue on with our tour later on. So I'll just be here. Ba-ba-ba-boo, chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Jack Frost nipping at your nose. I like this a lot. That is horrible singing. I can't really believe the sound down there at the boiler room tour. You know, in October this year, the sound all over the province was an election campaign sound. And we thought, well, there was all these different political parties, all these people running for election all over the place. We thought, well, why not try to elect Bill Wright for Premier of Saskatchewan. Well, we thought it sounded like a pretty good idea. That's why on show number 89, back on October the 19th, we ran various election promos. And I'm sure as you watch these Switchback flashbacks, you'll agree with me. Why didn't this guy win? Once in a great while, someone comes along who is born to serve, born to lead. He's a simple man, giving, gentle, and unassuming. He's a family man. He's like your neighbor, only shorter. But he's got big plans for this province. What kind of plans? Big ones. Really big and good, too. Yes, he's a man. Just a man. But he's a man with a vision. And tomorrow, he's looking for your vote. On October 20th, vote Bill Wright, and you'll get what you deserve. On October 20th, vote Bill Wright, because he knows the land. He knows the soil. He knows the sky. He knows a penny saved is a penny earned. He knows haste makes waste. He knows a stitch in time saves 9. And a bird in the hand
Paid for by the committee to elect Bill Wright.
Stone gathers no more.
What a guy.
And he knows to look before you leap. And I before E except after C. On October 20th, vote for Bill Wright. He's a mover and a shaker. Well, as you know, I was not elected. But I would like to take this opportunity to thank everyone who voted for me. My neighbor Al, my friend Larry, and my mom. Those 3 votes were, well, they were very special to me, and thanks very much. Who knows, in 3 or 4 years, we could run again for Premier. Just settling in here as the sort of new host for Switchback. I'm looking forward to 1987. On next week's show, it is our centennial show. 100 Switchbacks have happened. We're going to fill the studio up with all the former guests, former people involved, speed rappers, speed readers, speed painters, people in bands. We had people who were involved with music and dance and song, and it's going to be a lot of excitement all over the place. But right now, I think we should go back downstairs and thank the fella who has led us on that boiler room tour. Let's go to Bill downstairs right now. Bill, things look to be going really well down there. I want to say thanks from everyone in Saskatchewan. Thank you, Bill. Thank you very, very much. It was indeed a pleasure for me to be a part of this tour, and I hope you and everyone else in Saskatchewan has enjoyed this tour of the boiler room as much as I have. Just to close things off, we have saved the best for last. If you notice down here, we have pump number P-19B Storm Sump. This is a very, very important pump. This is a sump pump. It collects all of the groundwater from underneath the building and brings it right here. Now, this pipe goes all the way up to the ceiling, and it collects all of the rainwater off the roof. So we have rainwater coming down, the sump water coming up. They meet in this particular area and then are shipped directly to the cafeteria. I'm just kidding. It's really not the water they use for the coffee. They have secret water that they make use of for the coffee. Now, this is the carpentry shop here in the boiler room. Basic woodworking utensils, routers and glue, vices, hammers, saws, all the things that the people who work in the boiler room use to maintain this area and, in fact, maintain the entire building. That's why they are called maintenance people. This is, again, part of the shop in here. There are grinders and tools of various descriptions, even welding equipment. There's bits of oil and rags and pipes and belts and whistles, all kinds of amazing things. More of the heating and cooling system is available here. More pipes, some of the belts down there, gauges, thermometers, even a post here right behind me. As you can see, a water tap. This is a hot water tap, in fact, and the water will come out hot right away because, yes, the hot water is recirculated. We're actually going through a an area now that's still under development. This is soon to be in addition to the woodworking area, the carpentry shop. It's very plain here, but they do have a ladder that goes all the way up to the ceiling. And at some point in time, I guess, they'll be able to maybe put a light up there, something like that. Now, as you can see, we're back into the main area. There are the boilers, the heart and soul of the boiler room tour. The water pumps, there's Arnold. Hi, Arnold. And to finish off our tour, we're going to save the best for last. Now, not very many people know this, but we're revealing for you people right now that even though there are 10,000 square meters of usable space in this building, behind this big gray door, there is another 1,800 square meters. That's nearly 20,000 square feet of space. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the home of Switchback International. Look at this huge area in here. Someday, this will all be Switchback's area. Now, we'll probably have some desks over here where we can work the office. We'll receive all the mail we get from you wonderful people in Saskatchewan. We'll open the mail right in this particular area. Now, up in here, we'll store our prizes. We'll have all of our prizes here right up to the ceiling, huge prizes. Microwaves, computer games, all of our prizes over here. We'll build another studio here, a special Switchback studio. Thousands of people will watch the show here every week. We'll put in bleachers and things, fancy lights. We'll put in, well, as you can see, that's all the time I have. But I would like to point out that we'll have rock concerts back here, and actually, I think this is a bomb shelter. and the buzz that you hear right now means that we're probably being invaded. So I have to hide now because I'm afraid. Bye. I hope you liked the tour. Pretty unbelievable. Hopefully Bill down there can get back up here pretty quick because we've got the new Huey Lewis video, Hip to be Square. All that plus a look ahead at 1987, a big year for Switchback. All that when we return in 2 minutes and 2 seconds. How am I doing so far? What do you think? This is great. You want? Welcome back, Saskatchewan, to show number 99, our final show of 1986. Just a quick note, 1987 promises to be even bigger and even better, hopefully, because you people out there are going to continue to be very, very involved. We want you to know that we plan to visit more and more small towns. We only got to 2 in 1986. We plan to go to, at least 2 more. Well, at least 2 more in 1987. Also, in the know, please continue to ask us questions, and we'll attempt to put you in the know. Also, tell us what really bothers you, what really bugs you, what's your beef. And continue to feed us with some good news. The first Sunday of each month, we will continue to read good news. If we use your good news story on our show, you'll receive a Switchback t-shirt that looks... It's gray, and it has a Switchback thing on it and stuff. You can't have this one because it's mine. But if you have ideas, comments, suggestions, requests, or just an extra 34 cents worth of stamps, it'll probably be 36 in a couple of months. Stick it on an envelope, write down that stuff, and mail it to us. Here is our Switchback address. Switchback, care of CBC Television, 2440 Broad Street in Regina. And the postal code, we all know it, S4P 4A1. Yes, love a letter carrier today before they love you. Time for our final video of the show and the final video of 1986. This features a guy who is extremely hip. It's Huey Lewis. His San Francisco band got together for an extreme, close-up, intimate look at a rock and roll band. You're not going to believe some of the camera shots in this one, ladies and gentlemen. Here's Huey Lewis and Hip to be Square.
I used to fool around, but I couldn't take the punishment and had to settle down. Now I'm playing it real straight, and just I cut my west out have gone the other way. Here on the freeway, it don't look like a lot of fun, but don't you try to find an idea who's trying to come. Don't tell me that I'm crazy, don't tell me I'm nowhere. Take it from me, it's hip to be square. It's hip to be square. It's hip to be square. So hip to be square. Tell 'em, boy. Hip, hip, everywhere. Hip, hip, so hip to be square. Hip, hip, everywhere. Hip, hip. Hip, hip, everywhere.
Thank you very much, Huey Lewis. He certainly is a hip guy, and I don't think square at all. Good video. I like all the special effects they do. All right, that is the end of 1986 Saskatchewan as far as we're concerned here on Switchback. A look to 1987 includes next week's anniversary show. 100 Switchbacks have already happened. Our special guest will be Roger Aldag, Shenley Award winner from the Saskatchewan Rough Riders, and you folks will have a chance to chat with Roger. Also coming up next year, a special on photography. We'll have our second edition of a collector's show. Skiing, winter festivals, Rick Hansen, the man in motion, will be here, and we'll have some details on a special contest so you folks in Saskatchewan can help Rick Hansen on his trip across the country. Kid Cameraman will be in Saskatoon March the 15th. Second edition of Strange Pets, the Riders, the Pats, the Moose Jaw Warriors, the National Women's Volleyball Team, an Easter show, a Mother's Day show, celebrity wrestling, pigeon racing, medical show. It's an amazing amount of things that are going to be happening, and, well, you don't want to miss 1987, starting on January 4th. That's next week. Time now to thank my special guest today, especially this guy right here, Boiler Room Bill. I thought you did a great job with the tour.
Thank you very much. I had a good time.
You were very welcome, Bill. You did a great job. And also the initial host of Switchback, who did the first 98 and a half shows. Bill, wherever you are, you did come back. Tired of watching the wrestling cards, I guess. Huh?
I wouldn't miss this for anything, I'll tell you.
I agree with you. Okay, there you have it. My friends, Bill, are here now, and we hope you folks out there have a very, very happy New Year. We'll see you next week on Switchback, Sunday morning at 9 as we start 1987. Bye-bye.
This is CBC Television.